So, Victor, will you talk to me now? Or is Losha gonna talk to me? Oh, hello. Yes. And I want to know from you guys, why are you doing music in English at all? Do you like it? Is it because of your crowd, your audience, or is it because you like it, or?
Well, what should I say? I think that this is a classic of rock, and because of that, we're singing these songs, but not other songs, not modern songs, because I think because people got used to that kind of performance when the artists reproduce the old and famous songs that are very popular. And I think this is the reason for that.
Yeah, well, I think you guys do a good job when you sing English. And I must say, I'm very happy you sing in Russian, most of your material. You don't have somebody write English songs for you to perform. You do your own songs in Russian, and I think that's very commendable.
Yes.
And what are your feelings on... how do you feel about groups that sing English songs that are their songs, but they're Russian groups?
I don't approve of that.
Yeah.
I don't approve of that.
Yeah.
No, because I think in our country it's useless to sing your own song in English, because it's not for people, it's for oneself. But it's my opinion only.
And Victor, how do you feel about this?
I think it's my opinion too. I think it's wrong.
Because we speak in Russian.
Because more of these groups don't know English.
This is the second reason for that.
Yes, and in the lyrics he makes so many mistakes. It's so funny, and when the American or English or Canadian people listen to it,
they are laughing,
they are
screaming.
funny.
Yes.
And do you want to tell me, I want just in a word, what groups you like the most? They don't have to be English. I want to know your favorite Western group and your favorite Russian group, because I'm going to use it in a montage of different people.
The most difficult question for us, because we like many groups abroad, I mean Western groups, and some of our groups too. Well, it's very difficult to say anything. But I like new groups. I like independent trend in music. But it's easier to say that I like all the music. I like all the best in music. Every style has something in it, and every style has many drawbacks at the same time. But in every style, I find something good and something that is near to me. How should I put it?
Yes, that's fine.
So it's very difficult to call a concrete group. And пристрастие. I don't know the word. So sometimes my attitude changes, and when time passes, I change my opinion about some style or about some groups. So it's very difficult to say anything. Maybe Vita will say.
A group.
I want to say that all the rock music and maybe blues and maybe rock and roll have a long history, and in this time, long time, were many good songs and good music, and to say about one or two or three, it's so difficult because maybe I can do. Лёш, назвать как?
Call.
Maybe I can't call one.
I
can call one famous group in the world. It's the Beatles.
And the Rolling Stones.
And the Rolling Stones. and.
Good. No, that's good. And
But as to say, I don't know how to put it. As for American groups, I like Talking Heads very much, REM, and now it's very interesting to listen to Nirvana and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
yes.
Yes, these are.
No, that's good. It's good. And here, would you say there's a group here or some groups here that you find have a future or are very interesting? Certainly, you know the music here very well.
Here, I believe a very interesting group is Nuance in Russian for me. They play new music and they are very skilled in their style. And even Peter Gabriel was interested in that kind of music, and they and Brian Eno also, and he was glad to meet these people.
And tell me about your audience. You have probably the best of any group I've seen here. The audience reacts in Volgograd. The audience reacts to you the best. I've never seen an audience dance to anybody until I saw you.
It's a little bit strange. It may seem strange, but we almost don't know our audience. They hide from us, and we know only we know only a few people that are our fans, and maybe the reason is my character or my face. they a little bit scared to talk to me or to get acquainted, because I'm very
intimidating? По-русски, пожалуйста.
Я очень трудно вступаю в контакт с людьми, мне очень тяжело контактировать. It's very hard to make contacts with people for me. It's my complex, or it's my fault, not fault, but the drawback or something.
And how do you react to the fact the other night that they were dancing and they were up and your concert almost got stopped because people were having so much fun? How do you react to something like that?
it's only inspires us, I think.
Yes.
So it's good to see people dancing or show their emotions, because we see that there is a contact through the music, and with the help of посредством музыки, я не знаю, как это.
It's okay. And Victor, how do you feel about that? With the new album coming out, you have an audience.
I think that it's very good when the people have a more satisfaction in our concert, maybe. But when they begin to break the chairs and it's so bad. And after our last concert,
The hall.
The hall was damaged.
Was breaking all
was
over.
broken
all over.
No, not all over. Витя утрирует, я не знаю.
Exaggerates.
Yes. But there were some destruction, kind of destruction, and but the main destructive things were during Vabank show.
Yeah. Do you think it's because of the music, or do you think it's because people can get up and dance now without the militia dragging them out?
I think it's because of people's emotions, and because of that fact that we have no special halls for rock concerts. These halls, as I think, are good only for communist meetings or something, conferences or something like that.
Maybe theater.
But not for rock concerts at all. And in our city, there are practically not there are not halls for rock concerts. All the halls are not settled, are not
accustomed
for that.
Yeah.
So this is the worst thing for us in our city. I mean, for our concerts, for our performances.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me a little bit about the music that your band plays? Its theme, style, and were you allowed to play this earlier?
It is very difficult to call it again the same thing, because какой-то интеллигентный постпанк какой-то, не знаю. Там, because there are this is a mix of many styles that are exist.
We have many elements from different styles.
But I believe
maybe from rock and roll, maybe from new wave, maybe from punk, maybe from popular music too, and
pop. And but I believe that there is a style.
Do you have any of the influences on your music, or do any of them come from Russia in terms of old Russian music, or maybe you put in a style of playing guitar when you do more folky type music?
I think that all the music in the world influenced me and the other members of our group, because I listened to the music since my childhood, and my father he adores the classical music.
Classical.
So he listened to many famous works of classics, and it was almost every day, and I heard a great lot of it. And I also tried to find all kinds of music, and it was not very easy in our country to find the music you want, the information you want, and we tried, and everything was interesting for us. So I think that many trends, many musical trends influenced our music.
How was it during the communist system for you to play your music?
I'm sorry?
During communism, Soviet system, how was it for you to play your own music?
Well, it was not easy.
And
It was not very difficult to play it for ourselves, but to show it to people, or to make music for audience was almost impossible, because because one had no possibility or opportunity to say the things he wanted to say. People only sang about spring, autumn, and summer, and platonic love,
Right.
and something like that.
And if I right remember, правильно помню, она спрашивает
Когда в тяжелые времена?
when we must to play some patriotic songs.
Yeah.
Yes. If we want to play, wanted to play maybe rock music, we must to sing about again the songs against the war and against the capitalism maybe, and we must play folk music, our folk music, and обработки
In arrangement, in the rock arrangement.
In the rock arrangement, and sometimes it will be, it were very funny, because folk music, folk songs was arranged with elements of rock music, or maybe hard rock, or psychedelic music. It was very funny.
But still, we have one song against war now, but it's different. It's nothing like it was before. I mean, that the songs that were sung before, and this our song is about our situation now, and about it's against the civil war in our country. I think it's useful for this time.
Разница в том, что мы тогда были обязаны делать. Сейчас мы
And the difference is that then we were obliged
Yes.
to sing such songs. But now we do it with our souls.
Yeah.
And then it's our decision to sing.
What do you see as the biggest difficulty now for you as musicians, and coming out with your new album and promoting an album here in terms of how things go with promotions and organization in the music industry here. You can tell me a little bit about festival organization, because I notice it's very disorganized with advertisements and stuff like that. I want to know a little bit about that.
The first and the main difficulty is money. Because the people who want to do something like festivals or big concerts, they need great money. I mean our level of life. So for Americans it's not maybe not great, but for us it's great. A great amount of money, and the worst thing that people who want to do these things, they are alone. There are few who wants to help with that, so they have to do everything themselves, but it's almost impossible to find money to do everything in a proper way. They may find money to organize the concert or and to give the opportunity to hear and to play the music, but the other things that are also very important are omitted. So it's very promoting is a
advertising.
I should say in Russian, but
Say it in Russian.
The word is not very polite.
It's okay. You don't have to be so. Yes, please. And I wanted to know a little bit about the kind of sponsors here, and I know their tactics, and I want to also know about how you feel about musicians who have to play in restaurants and the kind of people that go to the restaurants and how that goes for them, and any opinions you have on that?
Well, understandable.
Right.
So they make money on sailing and buying sailing.
Yeah.
So, and if they are good people, they may give some money for the concert
for
or
musicians,
recordings for musicians.
The human jukebox aspect. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, I understand, but I don't know what to say. We got used to this kind of thing, and musicians go there because they have solid high payment.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And it is стабильный. And they are sure about themselves, and they know that they will have money every day. So, but they play terrible music there, and but it's human jukebox. I know many people that are playing in restaurants. And they are very good musicians. They are very good musicians. They are very skilled, but there is no any development. So they only play these terrible songs. In Russian, it's shara. Шара и блатные дела. В общем. So I hate restaurants because of that.
And tell me, does this ruin their careers, do you think, when they have to play in the restaurant? Do you think it ruins them in terms of playing their own music on the outside, or do you think it's
them terribly, because they begin to drink much, and and they are absorbed by this restaurant life. So after some time, they stop thinking about some plans, some творчество, of their own music. They only think about money and drinks and about girls.
How dangerous is it to play in the restaurants?
How dangerous?
Yeah.
You mean physical danger?
Yes.
It's dangerous. Some of the musicians get some traumatism.
Yeah.
And many musicians became alcoholic.
Yes, please.
Vadim told me that in one of our restaurants, actor, two people with guns made the musicians play. So they угрожали. So they showed them their guns and told them to play and not stop. It's very dangerous. They could shoot at every moment. So you must play and see the gun. It's awful.
And my last question to you guys is about phonogram concerts. You have a lot of young bands that play, but they don't play. It's a phonogram. And give me the history of this. Why do they do this in the first place? I don't understand.
It's a problem. Have a
long history.
Because many musicians in our country to play good playing, but they don't want to be on the stage, and they used synthesizers with a sequencer. And began to make phonograms for other people who go on stage and открывать рот.
Yes, but Vadim and I think that it comes from the television, because there were people that sang only for only by phonogram, and then some people understood that they can also do it in concert halls, and people tastes are not very high, were not very high, and they are lower now because it's almost everywhere people sing with phonograms, and people got used to it, and they hear the good sound, they see the good movings of the artists, and maybe they don't even want to know if it's phonogram or live live concert, and now it is very difficult to break this problem, because people got used to this methods.
Is there anything else you guys want to say? Maybe a few last words?
Yes,
please.
I'm sorry for my English.
Don't apologize. Everybody else talks in Russian, so please, you're my first English interview, really, and I appreciate it because you clear up a lot of answers. And
Maybe some of our words will be understood in America. We hope.
I think so.
And I also want to say thank you.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
So,